this is Tate, and this is Luke Johnson. Luke Johnson is the best drone, commercial drone provider, inventor, seller, trainer, and flyer in the whole of South Africa. And he's come to New Zealand, and I had the honor to bring him in, at least play a role in that. And he's here, and he's working, and he's in my town. And I found out today, and I rushed over to meet him to share a beer with him. And of course, I wanted to get his story for you, watching out there. So we're at Stefano's Pizza in Nelson, and we're just going to introduce, I guess, the story. So yeah, I mean, just whatever it is, the story of how Luke got here. So you're in South Africa. You made a decision to come here. You have a successful business. Tell us sort of how this progressed as an idea, and let's move into the whole coming here stage. Is that all right?
Yeah. So the decision was made to come to New Zealand for family benefits and work benefits, and I applied for a couple of jobs. I pushed quite hard at the Ferntech job where I'm going to be working. We sent through an application, and Lauren actually did the checkup, and they got back to us within, I think it was 36 minutes. Got you on the Friday, had the interview on the Tuesday, second interview Wednesday, Thursday was salary negotiation, and signed the contract.
Amazing.
Yeah.
If you would see part of this, you would be blown away, because that thing, it tells the story of nobody else who's into drones. I mean, this guy was inventing stuff about drones before they came out, like helicopter thing.
Yeah.
And he even, this is the most extent that you can get, like, I think, in the world. He even made his own CNC machine in order to make his own body, in order to race, and the body was popular. It's still selling in South Africa.
Yeah.
How was that?
Yeah.
All right, so you're good at what you do, and you're confident because of all the years you've done it, and you're building the business and all that. What part of that do they want to use?
The extent of my knowledge and background in the drones obviously gives me a good base to work on. I know a lot about the products that they're using. I've worked on a couple of them at home, and we've done a lot of repairs on them, and we've helped a lot of guys out with operations of them. And yeah, I think that's a lot of knowledge that I'm bringing to them already.
Yeah.
And then I'll just expand on their products and just get better and better.
Right. So it took them 36 minutes to want you, and then what was the interview process like?
Quite daunting, to be honest. Running my own business, I hadn't had an interview in 10 years, so it was a little bit of a shaky feet before. But going in, there were 5 guys interviewing me,
Face to face.
Face to face. It was daunting at first, but once we got into it, I was very comfortable. I was dealing with people who were into the same thing, so I became a lot more relaxed. I just told them what I knew.
How much did the preparation we had play a role in the first interview session that you had with those 5 people?
Massive. You taught me a lot about swinging things all to the positive, and I think that helped me in every way.
Wow.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, what that means is you have a lot of stories in your past which are powerful, and when you get asked a question, whatever the answer is should get onto one of those powerful stories, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Use it in a useful way.
Yeah.
It really works. Yeah.
Right, great. Okay, so then we go to what you're doing now. Are you enjoying? So you just started. You're actually working. It's been a short time, isn't it? I mean, How did that happen? It seemed to me you were looking for work. Then you got a job, and I didn't hear from you. Then you showed up in Nelson. You're working in Nelson, which is my little town here.
So yeah, did the whole interview process in a week. I was supposed to be here until November. On the first sort of stint looking for work, managed to secure the job, moved my ticket forward, went home after being here for 2 weeks. Went home, packed up home. It's all been put in a box and is being shipped here. And then they had written a letter to expedite my visa, and actually when I landed back at home that night, my visa was through, and I had an email asking when I was going to be back. They asked me to come back on the 20th, but I knew there was this course in Nelson and I wanted to get the jump on the knowledge. So I agreed with him that I'd come back earlier if I could make the course. So yeah, I'm sitting doing a bit of training here, and yeah, just
relevant to the work.
Yes, yeah. It's all for work purposes, just to build a bit of background knowledge, which we'll be using in the company.
So you're in Auckland now. What are some of the comparisons that you had? Is this the first time in New Zealand?
No.
Okay.
We came here a year ago
Yeah.
to do a look-see.
Yeah.
Just to check that both myself and Lauren were happy with the areas.
That now. Yeah, I've forgotten about that. So now you've come into. What are some comparisons that you've got now that you've been working for a little bit? What are the comparisons between the workplaces in South Africa versus New Zealand? How much you know so far?
A little bit difficult because I haven't spent too much time in the office. I mean, we've been straight to course. But yeah, the general feel and the work ethic seems very good. Enjoying it so far.
Yeah.
Love the public transport. It's flipping amazing. In Auckland, I mean, catching the bus into town, and loving that.
Any advice you have for someone who's sitting on the fence and considering, is this the right thing to do? I'm afraid of certain things. What sort of general advice would you give to the average person who's just considering this move and hasn't made the actions yet?
Just got to get you. It's awesome. It's hard to say anything bad. I mean, it is on the expensive side when you do the conversions, but I think once you're earning and you settle in, it's all benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah.